managing your time effectively so you can make the most out of your day, to tick off all those things on your list that you want to get done, and also still have time to breathe and have time for you to relax and time to spend with your family. So there's time in a day for everything. So I'm going to share with you some tips on how to maximize your time. So tip 1 is to have a plan. If you don't have a plan that is guiding you on the way of you taking action and being consistent, and also being focused on what needs to get done first, if you don't have a good plan, then you are going to go through your day aimlessly and without much of, without this guidelines, or without something driving you to achieve things within the time frame of the day. So what has helped me with setting out a plan has been the pre-week planning. So I did a leadership course not so long ago, where I learned more about how to effectively plan for success and plan to lead your life a stress-free way. So pre-week planning really completely was a game changer for me, and it helped me to upgrade my life and manage my life more successfully. So we need to be planning for the week in advance at the end of the working week, either on a Friday afternoon or on a Sunday evening. You sit down and you take a book out and you write all the important tasks for the week ahead, including all of the important appointments and the things that you need to get done on a business level and on a personal level. And then you take out your diary that has the hourly planner, and where you can put down appointments per hour. And you write out, you schedule every task per hour, and you give yourself sufficient time. And then you can move on to your phone and actually schedule those tasks that you need to be doing it at a certain time that is important. You can schedule it into your calendar and put reminders on your phone calendar. So it will pop up as a reminder 15 minutes or 20 minutes in advance, reminding you that you need to do this next or that next. So you know whatever you're doing at hand, you need to speed up to get to the next task. So when you have this kind of plan mapped out for the week in advance, you can also plan your meals, you can plan what you're wearing, you can plan like what activities you're doing with the children, you can plan your weekends, and you can plan your whole week. It's not just work related. So planning in this way, it gives you some kind of order and structure of, how the week is going to take place. And it actually clears your mind of worrying what I'm going to do next and what I still need to do, because you have everything scheduled in your diary that you can refer to, and you have the reminders on your phone. So it's just amazing that it just keeps you on track. But also bear in mind that there needs to be some flexibility with your pre-week planning, where you have to make allowances for unforeseen circumstances or emergencies, and you have some kind of backup plan as well. So tip number 2 is to focus on doing the important things first. So prioritizing is so important, but prioritizing taking care of yourself first before attending to others is most important, because when you are feeding yourself on a mental, emotional, and spiritual level, you have more energy, you are more productive then to get more done and to take care of others and to show up as your best self. So when you have that energy emotionally, you have mental energy, you have physical energy, then you'll be able to take care of your family and be there, for your clients if you're working, and even on a social level, and be there for yourself. So doing things like mindful exercises and meditations, it's important to prioritize doing those things that will give you the energy you need to be more productive in your day. So tip number 3 is Just a saying, I'm going to start off this tip with the saying, the early bird catches the worm. So be mindful of sleeping early and waking up early, because the habit of early rising will help you to get more done, and starting your day without feeling rushed, starting your day in a calm state actually results in success. So if you're not waking up by 5 a.m. or earlier, start bringing this habit in your morning routine of waking up early, because you can get so much done within that window period of between 5 and 6 a.m. before you actually wake the whole family and get breakfast and lunches ready for the day. So before getting distracted with other people in your home, for that hour in the morning, you can actually get things done without distractions. And if you're not a morning person, try waking up your brain, doing some exercises outside, breathing in fresh air, or making yourself a nice warm cup of tea or a lovely green juice, or have something early in the morning, a healthy drink just to wake you up. So my fourth tip is to say no to time wasters. Identify where you are spending your time aimlessly, especially doing the things that are non-urgent and not important. So we need to make decisions when it comes to losing time in the distractions. So when you identified what are the things that are eating into your time and into your life, we need to eliminate them, firstly by decreasing the amount of time that you are spending on those things. So if you are spending 2 hours online on social media, you are spending 2 hours a day watching Netflix, and you're spending 2 hours on casual chatting with family or friends, just remember that is 6 hours a day wasted that you could have used productively. You've actually lost 6 hours of your day that you could have spent maybe learning a new skill, educating yourself on something new. If there's a project that you wanted to put together, you've missed six hours of your day working on that project. Or if there was something that you really wanted to do for yourself, whether it was going to the gym, exercising, or meditating, or doing something for yourself, self-care, you've lost that time, aimlessly, that you could have spent very productively, very mindfully on yourself. So tip number 5 is always ask yourself when doing something, is this productive? So if I'm switching on the TV and changing channels, I'll catch myself and say, is this really productive? Could there be something else that I could be doing in this time? So question your activities, and if you are spending time on something that is not bringing you any benefit or not adding any value to your life, then make those choices to change those activities that you are wasting time in. So we need to be doing exercises that increase our mental energy and increase our productivity, because if you are feeling lethargic where you want to lounge about and be a couch potato, binge on Netflix, that just shows your state of mind, that you're not in that state of clarity to actually move forward and do the things in your life that truly matter and truly count to achieve personal growth and be at the level that you want to be in life. So tip number 6 is to deal with the stresses, the emotional stresses, the issues in your life that you haven't addressed, and the traumas that you've tucked away, because these are the things that consume our thoughts and steal our energy and also waste time. We actually get stuck in emotions, we get stuck in self-talk, in mind chatter, mental clutter, that it blocks us emotionally and mentally from us moving forward and getting things done on time. And when we have all of these emotional stresses and these mental blocks that are taking place within us, it can demotivate us from starting things and doing things consistently. And it actually blocks our creativity and our inspiration and our productivity levels. So when you are procrastinating in getting to something or getting started, just remember that there could be some emotional stresses that are unaddressed, where you don't feel worthy of your dreams, your desires, or whatever you're working towards, your goals. And that it's time to actually go within and see what is blocking you internally. So tip number 7 is to delegate some of the work that you have so that you can free space on your plate. So we overload our plate with a lot of tasks. So you learn to manage your tasks by delegating some of them. So we need to be spending time doing the things that, make us feel alive, bring us joy, and the things that we love doing. So it doesn't feel like a chore. Our job doesn't feel like a big job, a big burden, where we look forward to doing those things and we get it done effectively. So if there are things within your life that you don't like doing, but you can't really delegate it, or you can't not do it because it's important, maybe you don't like cooking, maybe you don't like exercising, maybe there's something that you don't like doing, but you don't have a choice and you have to do it, then my advice to you is to do that thing that you don't really like to do, but you have to do that first thing in the morning. Just get it off your plate, and then you free up space to do all the other things that bring you joy. Because when you're doing stuff that make you feel alive, and you're doing those things that you love, it just flows, and you're able to get all of those tasks done much faster. So tip number 8 is to create balance. So as much as we have a plan, we can delegate, we can manage our time by not getting stuck in time wasters. We can do all of those things, but we can get stuck in doing too much in our day, which robs us from spending time with our family, or we may overwork ourselves, and it can result in burnout and mental fatigue. So like we schedule time per hour, we schedule time to do certain tasks, we also need to schedule taking a break. So in my diary, I have blocked off my time for lunch and prayer. So from 1 to 2, I've blocked out that is my time in the day just to connect with myself, do my prayer, eat my lunch, and be conscious. And in that time, I'm not going to take calls. I'm not going to look at my phone. I'm not doing anything. That is just time for me to have a mental break and just chill. So we need to be scheduling time also to take a break away from our home, away from our families. And I often do this. Just schedule a weekend away just to recuperate and recharge your inner battery. So when you spend this quality time with yourself, you'll be able to go back to work, back to your life, back to all the responsibilities, feeling more refreshed and actually with more positivity and motivation. So we need to be taking care of our inner wellness so that we can give off the best to our families and our work. And the most important thing to remember is prioritization, because what we prioritize, we're going to be spending most of our time doing. And we have to catch ourselves when we are spending too much time in the unimportant zone, the non-urgent urgent zone. We need to be spending time more being productive and focused and getting things done on time so that we feel free and we feel accomplished and successful, that we actually making progress in our lives on a personal level, on a business level, that we actually seeing the growth and the success that we want. So managing your time in a day, in a month, for the whole year, it's a learned skill. It requires a lot of self-discipline, and most important, managing time on the whole means managing yourself. So if you are not feeling good on a personal level, you are going to sabotage all that time that you had in the day aimlessly and being unproductive. So by prioritizing you and your needs on a mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual level, and especially doing the things that feed your soul in the day, making time for that, just to achieve that inner peace, calmness, wellness, and balance, then for the rest of the day, you'll be able to achieve so much. And you'll be geared up to do those things with motivation and inspiration and drive. Having that zest in you, pushing you to get things done. And you can be a go-getter. You don't have to go through life feeling like a failure, go through life beating yourself up that I'm not where I want to be in life, and I'm not doing the things that I know I'm supposed to be doing to benefit my health, or benefit my marriage, or benefit my relationships. So if you want to ultimately achieve more out of your day, out of your life, and be at the space that you are aiming to be and live the life of your dreams and desires, it all amounts to where you're spending your time, what you're doing with the time that you have, and also prioritizing that time for you, making yourself important, claiming that your time is valuable and not being so available to everyone. So it comes with setting your personal boundaries, and it also comes in feeling worthy and deserving of those goals and those things that you want to achieve for yourself, to feel accomplished and to add meaning to your life. Because there's a lot of things that we do that are mundane, that we have to do, the responsibilities that we have to our families and, you know, in our work. But we need to also give time to feed ourselves on every level of consciousness, mind, body, and soul. And when you make time for that, then automatically you will value your time a whole lot more and you'll get more done. So I leave you with that for today, and I hope that these 8 tips, you will use it and implement it and see the benefits, because I definitely have, from where I was 5 years ago to where I am today in managing my time. There's a vast improvement, and I'm actually so content that I'm able to say no to people, and that, you know, now is not a good time. I'm not willing to take on so much and compromise myself, because I have a plan and I'm going according to plan. So you can also learn how to say no. And in my Career Moms program, I have this holistic empowerment for career moms. So it's not just for career moms, it's also for moms with a purpose. And that is my, it's a 12-week, it's a 3-month program where I have 10 private sessions, and I give activities, mental exercises weekly, and it's a whole 12-week program to work with me on a personal level. And I offer a lot of support along that journey of transformation, of becoming your best self, and moving away from a stressed, overwhelmed, self-sacrificing life and moving more towards a life of your design, of your dreams and desires, and achieving this inner peace and purpose. So do stop by at my Baraka page, Baraka Coaching and Empowerment, and you can have a look at all the different services I offer for women, for kids, for teens, and for students. And that's it from me.